I'm going to use a metaphor to explain how the SKY platform enables us to create purpose-built cloud solutions tailored for your industry. And the metaphor that we chose to use is Lego, which is possibly the most successful platform ever created for rapid creativity and innovation. The basics of the Lego platform is made up of individual bricks that can be connected together because they follow the same standard. But if you give someone a single Lego brick, it's not going to be that much fun to play with. If you have a bag of bricks, that's better, but it might not help if you're looking to create a particular type of story. So that's why Lego sell these themed sets containing hundreds or thousands of individual bricks, some of which are universal, some are very specific to the set, but they make it easy for a customer to get everything they need to create a story for a chosen theme, whether that's Harry Potter, Minecraft, or Star Wars. And as a customer, you're looking for specific solutions to problems that are specific to your story or your industry. So in the same way that Lego makes it easy for customers to buy a set for the story they want, Blackbaud provides purpose-built cloud solutions specific for your industry. So if you're a higher education organization, we will have solutions that meet your needs for fundraising, analytics, and alumni engagement. Or you may be a healthcare organization where the solution for you will contain some of the same capabilities as the higher ed industry, but you also need a grateful patient program. Or if you're an arts and culture organization, you'll use the same fundraising capabilities, but you also have the need to drive revenue through ticket sales. So now if we open the Harry Potter Diagon Alley Lego set, we'll see that within that box, there are kits for different buildings that provide their own unique value to the story. So for example, you can create Ollivander's wand shop where the young wizards can get their wands. There's another building for wizards to get their Quidditch supplies. So although the buildings have a different purpose, they're made up with the same pieces. They have the same bricks, the same windows and doors. And this makes it easier to create these buildings because most of the individual pieces are standard. So when you start putting the individual pieces together in a broader context, you get something with more value. Instead of a single brick or a door that leads nowhere, you can put more pieces together to create a building that has way more value because it solves a particular problem. So on the SKY platform, these buildings represent the capabilities that provide unique value to customers by solving a particular problem. So for example, digital giving to help organizations raise more money online, or donor management to help build relationships, financials to maintain a healthy business, or data intelligence to operate more effectively and efficiently. So you may be using one or more of our products for these capabilities. So for example, we have multiple products with digital giving capabilities, such as Razor's Edge NXT, donation forms, eTap has donation forms, Blackbaud CRM has donation forms. Later in this session, we'll be talking about a digital giving capability built from the SKY platform that can appear across multiple products. And at the foundation of the Lego platform are the individual bricks. So these are the atomic pieces that make up everything. The individual bricks almost have zero value on their own, but they can be put together to create value. So for example, a character that has its own personality and purpose, it's made up of legs that connect to a torso. It has separate pieces for the arms, the hands, the head, and the hair. The pieces are the same for each character, but with just some slight cosmetic differences, which makes it really easy for the platform to support new characters if needed, because the core building blocks already exist. And since there's a common standard for the blocks, you can easily extend any set with pieces from other kits. So if you really want to bring Ewoks into your Diagon Alley story, you can do that. So on the SKY platform, we too have the atomic core building blocks in the form of microservices, which again have really little value by themselves. But when you put them together, you can create a service that has more value. So for example, we have a service for identity and access management. We have a payment service for accepting transactions. We have a core email service for sending emails, and we have a third-party developer experience with Sky Developer. So these services can be seen in multiple capabilities that can be packaged into purpose-built cloud solutions. And just like the standard Lego pieces, the solutions are extensible with standard API interfaces, so you can connect to other systems or third-party innovation to make the solution perfect for you. So we first published this graphic illustrating the Blackbaud SKY Platform in 2017, and you can see the Lego metaphor at play here. The clouds at the top represent the purpose-built solutions for each vertical or the industries that we serve. Those are the complete kits that have been assembled from the capabilities that we have, such as analytics, fundraising, and payments. And those capabilities are created from the stack of building blocks where we've categorized them as Sky Services, Sky Intelligence, Sky Developer, and Cloud Operations. So this graphic represented the vision for the SKY platform. And while we've been making a lot of progress moving towards this vision, there's still a lot more that we're doing. And Rich is going to further explain the layers of the platform along with some examples that we have today.
Thanks, Ben. Now that we've shared the vision, let's take a tour of the SKY platform, starting with the capabilities that make up the Sky Services, Sky Intelligence, and Cloud Operations layers in the previous slide. We'll talk about how customers are benefiting from the platform today, share a bit about where we're headed, and then take a deep dive on a couple of topics that are especially relevant right now. Many of the Lego pieces that make up the SKY platform have been around for a while. Depending on the solutions you use, you may be already experiencing parts of the future we're building, maybe without even knowing it. Let's start with the capabilities that make up the Sky Services layer. These are the core building blocks that do a specific job that in and of themselves don't necessarily drive an outcome for you, but that are needed by just about every capability or solution that does. They help keep your solution secure and drive consistent and delightful experiences for you. For a lot of you, the most recognizable Sky platform capability is Blackbaud ID. The security of our solutions and your data is critically important. Now, a lot goes into security, but it begins with confidence in who is accessing your solutions and what they're able to access. Blackbaud ID provides a common and secure standard for authentication. Many of you are already on it. Features like single sign-on, multi-factor authentication, and social sign-in help ensure confidence in who has access to your data. A little later on, we'll take a deeper dive into the different ways your organization can use Blackbaud ID and what we're doing to help you have confidence that your solutions are secure. Customers of RENXT and FENXT also benefit from our user management permissions to manage what their individual users can access within those products. We'll be bringing this capability to more solutions, and they'll also grow to allow you to control access to specific sets of records inside your solutions. Another prominent and visible Lego piece is Sky UX. While you may not be familiar with the brand, many of you use products that share a common UI component library that delivers consistent and high-quality user experiences and a common means of navigation across features and even across different products. We'll also take a deeper dive here and talk more about what Sky UX does for you and some upcoming changes in a bit. These are some of the more visible ways that you may be already benefiting from the Sky platform, but there are other less visible but still impactful capabilities. A great example is what we're doing to minimize friction in your journey as a Blackbaud customer. To date, these capabilities have been largely focused on the behind-the-scenes work to automate the backbone of that journey, how we enable our cloud solutions for you, and ensure you get the capabilities you're paying for. Right now, customers of several solutions benefit from near instantaneous enablement and ongoing reconciliation of your subscriptions with what's enabled for you. Recently, we've also delivered a more visible capability here. If you haven't already, you'll see a new welcome page experience that provides a starting point for accessing all your Blackbaud solutions and resources and better mobilize all of the assets we provide to help you drive outcomes. You'll soon see this focus on outcomes become baked right into the product experiences as we provide capabilities for you to manage your desired outcomes and see how we're measuring up in helping you achieve them. Now let's spend a few minutes talking about Sky Intelligence capabilities. In our Lego metaphor, these are like the kits that are made up of smaller pieces. They're purpose-built capabilities that solve problems for you, and since they're built on the Sky platform, they not only benefit from things like Blackbaud ID, Sky UX, and automated provisioning, they too can be shared across different products or solutions, in some cases standing alone as a solution. In particular, these capabilities take advantage of the many data assets we have available to us and put them to work for you to provide the business intelligence you need to drive your desired outcomes. Our Prospect Insights capability is now available for RENXT customers, and it's one of the first capabilities built entirely on the Sky platform, using Blackbaud ID and user management permissions to maintain security, using Sky UX to provide an easy-to-learn and easy-to-use interface, and enabled for RENXT customers who purchase it via our automated provisioning capabilities. We also relaunched Blackbaud Giving Search, which was an older solution, now completely on the platform. So it once again leverages Sky UX, Blackbaud ID, and automated provisioning. Blackbaud Giving Search also benefits from a new search and list experience, which itself is another powerful Lego piece of the Sky platform. Analyzing and utilizing data is an important need across most of our products, and you'll see this enhanced list management experience coming to RENXT, FENXT, and other solutions. Also, since all of these capabilities are built on the Sky platform, you benefit from the extensibility provided by Sky Developer, including API access to allow you to connect these solutions to other BI tools like Microsoft Power BI. Many of you face the challenge of being able to access data in bulk from your Blackbaud solutions, and the List API may eventually evolve to fill that gap for you in the future. The common thread here is that not only are these capabilities part of the platform, but because they are built on the platform itself, they inherit all of the benefits of the other capabilities. Now that brings us to cloud operations. This may seem like a deeply technical and maybe even an internally focused topic. In a lot of ways, it's something that's largely hidden or behind the scenes. But I want to focus on how it is the real foundation of how we build for the future and focus on your outcomes. Now, the items on this slide are different from the previous two where we talked about specific component pieces of the platform, the Lego pieces and kits and what they enable for you. I could do that here, but we'd be talking about things like AKS clustering, autoscalers, monitoring, and other topics that don't really get to the most important part of the story. Instead, this slide focuses on the benefits of the engineering system that drives the Sky platform and what they mean for you. In our Lego metaphor, think of the engineering system as the Lego technology itself. It's not even individual bricks. It's how the bricks work and how they uniquely lend themselves to the amazing things you can do with them. In the case of our engineering system, this technology means greater security, availability, and reliability for your solutions, faster performance and responsiveness for your solutions, and more frequent delivery of smaller releases and thus fewer big bang releases that require a lot of change management. Probably the biggest way it helps you is that it allows the majority of our development teams to spend more time on delivering purpose-built solutions and less time on the overhead involved in building and operating solutions in the cloud. This technology will be increasingly impacting more and more customers as we deliver new modern capabilities built natively on the Sky platform.